Welcome back, my fairies. I am Matsuyorific, and we are finally back to watch Kuro Neko. So, as of this point, just a reminder of how this works. What we do here is we discuss everything that we know about the episode first, and then I'm going to go ahead and watch the episode once, give you guys my initial thoughts, and then I'm going to watch it again to see if I catch anything new that I didn't catch on my first viewing, and then we will actually discuss what happened in the episode. And along the way, you guys are going to get to see a new piece from me. The piece that you're seeing right now is a crossover between my own AU that I've been working on with the regular. So this is Kitty Noir, the female version of Cat Noir. And I thought it would be fun to draw her with Cat. Especially since, you know, Kuro Neko is clearly going to be an Adrian-focused episode. At least I hope so! They had better make this an Adrian-focused episode. I mean, with the stuff that we've got so far, he's giving up his Miraculous this episode. This better be an Adrian-focused episode. If they focus the episode on Marinette, I will scream. Like, show her being upset about him leaving, yes. I want Plague to tell her off for the way she's been making poor Adrian feel lately. But still let it focus on him, please. So far, what we've gotten a few things about Kuro Neko. Obviously, you know, the villain is going to be called Kuro Neko. From what I saw in the trailer, it kind of looked like more of a senti monster, so I'm guessing that the villain is going to be inside of it. I'm guessing it's going to be similar to Reflectall, where Reflecta was inside of Reflectall. So, like, the villain is going to be inside the senti monster, but they're mainly dealing with the senti monster itself. That's my theory on that. We did receive a script a while back, which was definitely broken up. Something about Plague and Marinette talking, her saying something about, you know, them talking about how Cat Noir has been feeling lately, and then she mentions that she is the Guardian. So I'm assuming that is from this episode, from her, you know, talking with Plague, and him sort of telling her about some of the things that he's been worrying about lately. Because we do know from the trailer that we watched recently that he is going to give up his Miraculous. We saw him take off his Miraculous and leave it behind for her to pick up. Now, we did get another trailer that showed Ladybug falling down to her knees and de-transforming. I was thinking that this might have been on that rooftop because it was a glass roof, but then when I looked back at that trailer, it did look to be a bathroom of sorts. So I don't think that is from this moment. That might still be from this episode, but I don't think that is from this particular scene. Other than that, we don't really have much else to go on. I did see one spoiler that was released before the episode came out, but apparently they did confirm online that Catwalker is indeed Adrian, so no Felix. But I guess, you know, with everything going on, it might have been a little bit too clunky to try and throw Felix into everything else, so But I still don't like that Kuro Neko design. Like, his Cat Noir design is so good. Why do they have to have at least one bad character design? Actually, no, he has two now. He has two bad hero designs because he's also got Aspic. Why is Cat Noir, subsequently Snake Noir for the most part, I just don't care as much for his mask. Why is Cat Noir his only really good transformation? No, Mr. Bug is also pretty good. Why is he, Marinette has a lot of really good designs, but, Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and stop with the rambling and get on to watching this episode. So I will be right back. Okay, so I just finished my initial viewing of this episode, and oh my gosh, you guys! I was so upset during the first part of this episode. Like, oh my gosh, I was sad. Like, it depressed Adrian for like several minutes. My boy is depressed, and I can't handle it. Also, they finally gave him some pajamas. Thank you! My complaints have been heard, and they have been answered. Thank you for finally giving Adrian some pajamas, because he should not be sleeping in his clothes. Darn you, ephemeral! But yeah, they finally gave Adrian some pajamas. Thank you. But, that in itself is like, he's suppressed, and he was saying in bed. Also, Natalie with her, robotic extensions, I guess? An exoskeleton would be the better word. Natalie with her exoskeleton that allows her to actually do her job again. Hopefully that's only temporary and they can actually figure out a way to heal her. That would be really nice. Hopefully she will eventually get better now that she's no longer having to deal with with using that broken Miraculous. But that was definitely interesting to see, and she definitely seemed to understand that Adrian was not in the right mindset to be going to school or to be forced to do anything at the moment. Meanwhile, Gabriel's like, oh, the next photo shoot's in a couple of days, he'll be fine, he's Adrian. It's like, oh, you just lost the points that you gained back in Glaciator 2. Like, he finally got some good dad points back in Glaciator 2, and then this one's like, nope, all those good dad points out the window, he's back to being a terrible father. Want to strangle you, Gabriel Agreste. And then the plan for getting Adrian back to being Cat Noir was definitely interesting. Watching Tiki with her all forced expression, being like, "Oh yeah, yep, Flag is totally telling you the truth. I'm not trying to trick you, Marinette. Totally not." You know that's what she's thinking inside. It's like, oh, poor Tiki. Gosh darn it, but Marinette's just freaking out, and we actually see her with that frazzled hairstyle. That was actually kind of fun to see. Her hair being, like, all over the place and crazy. Like, I love a crazy hairstyle that's like, yeah, it's like, I love doing that, where you got that one character that's, like, just having that meltdown, so even their hair is just completely nutso. It's like, I love that little detail of making her hair just completely crazy while she's trying to figure out who the next Cat Noir is going to be. And we also got the scene that I mentioned earlier from the script, where Plague is basically trying to tell Ladybug how Cat Noir has been feeling. And then she tries to defend herself by being like, well, I'm the guardian. And he's like, yeah, but you've been ignoring him for so long and it's making him feel bad. And it's like, finally, somebody tells her that she needs to treat him better. Like, poor kitty. Like, poor boy. But she finally gets that wake-up call. But she's freaking out because she can't know the new holder's identity, but she has to pick somebody. And then Plague and Tiki come up with the plan of basically tricking Ladybug into thinking that there is a new Cat Miraculous holder, so that she can see that she needs Cat Noir and nobody else, that he's the only partner for her. He is the only person who can help her out. And also to give Adrian back some confidence. So their plan is to tell Marinette that they've got a new person in mind that they're going to give the Miraculous to. And meanwhile, Plague is actually just going to give it back to Adrian. And they go through the whole thing, which everyone was theorizing about, that, you know, he basically just changed his costume. And it seems that the way that it works is by changing your mindset before you transform. So he was going with, you know, his fun, lively personality that he doesn't get to show as Adrian because of his father. And that's what created Cat Noir. So by changing his mindset back to the default Adrian Agreste, who is only trying to please his father and not really do much of anything else, that perfect model boy that he has to be for his father, by switching his mindset back to that's how he was able to change his costume to Catwalker. So he goes off to meet with Ladybug so that they could do their whole introduction thing and, like, you know, are you going to be a good fit? Do you know what to do? And she winds up falling for him hard. And it's like, yeah, okay. So it's, I'm actually okay with this because it's like, yeah, she's falling for him again. Like, I definitely still want to see more Marie-Chat because I do believe that is the key to making the relationship whole. I don't like the whole, oh, he's Adrian, he's perfect, therefore he's perfect for me. It's like, But, you know, I just wanted her to, you know, fall for the other side of him too, which has been happening. We got to see that in Glacier 2, which is great. And seeing her fall for Catwalker, not knowing that he is Adrian, that still made me happy because it's like, if she ever finds out that Adrian is Cat Noir, and then also finds out that he was Catwalker, that'll be like, I fell for you 3 times. That would actually be kind of fun. I actually kind of like that. So they fight Kuro Neko, and turns out my theory was correct. Kuro Neko was a sentient monster. I thought he looked way too plastic, but there was no Akuma villain inside this time. It was just the Amok, which was interesting. We've never seen a sentient monster created by Shadow Moth without a villain attached to it. The only time we've ever actually seen sentient monsters without villains attached to them was when Natalie was creating them for the sake of a plan that didn't involve Gabriel, like when she made Senti Ladybug. Well, no, I guess that's not true, because we did see Senti Bubbler without an Akuma. So we have had some with Shadow Moth before, just using the Amoks. But this was like a proper villain fight where there was no real plan involved, just created a Senti monster. So I don't get why he didn't Akumatize the kid either. But they fight, and Ladybug has already started falling for Catwalker, to the point where when she is trying to figure out how to use her lucky charm, she cannot concentrate. And this is something that I have actually been considering for a while now as far as the reveal goes. That they really, if she ever finds out that Adrian is Cat Noir, my fear with that was always that she was going to be so focused on Adrian that she wouldn't be able to do her job properly as Ladybug, because she would be pining over him for the entire fight, which is exactly what happened in this episode. Now, we did get to see an ephemeral that, you know, after she found out that he was Cat Noir, she wasn't that focused on him, and she was able to fight properly and focus on the villains. My guess is that she was, partially because, she has gotten more comfortable with Adrian, to the point where she actually can somewhat talk to him. So I definitely can see why there would be a difference there than here with Catwalker, whom she just met and is already starting to fall in love with. So she gets so distracted that whenever she tries to figure out how to use her lucky charm, she only sees him. And he is the one person that should not be helping her right now, because her lucky charm is a one-person plan to to defeat Kuro Neko and save the kid inside. And he ends up being completely okay with that, because he's already seeing that as Catwalker, he's not as effective as he is as Cat Noir. So he's like, yeah, no, I totally get it. I understand. You do your thing. I'm gonna leave. I'll come back. And then she stops Kuro Neko, gets the kid out, who has, like I said, has not been akumatized. And then he tells her about his kitty, his poor little kitten who was lost. And I had to deal with something like that very similar with my previous cat, Domino. You guys might not know him because I've had Leo for so long. But I had a previous cat named Domino who we thought got out. Fortunately, he was just in the garage, so he didn't actually get out, but he was missing for like a day and a half, and I was so unbelievably worried about him. And I totally understand how this kid feels. I'd had Domino for so long. He was about 9 or 10 at that point. I had him for so long, and I totally get how this kid feels with his poor little kitty all lost and everything. Cats are, like, domesticated cats are not meant to be outside in the wild. Like, yes, feral cats are out there and they are adapted to it, but it's still very dangerous for them. And indoor-outdoor cats especially, it is very dangerous for them. If you guys have a cat, please make sure to bring them inside. Do not let them be indoor-outdoor or even just outdoor. It's very, very dangerous for them. PSA over, back to the episode. So she helps the kid out, and he gives her the little cat piggy bank, which I was expecting was going to be the amucketized object, and I was right. It did turn out to be a cat piggy bank, or a cat bank. It's not a piggy bank, it's a cat bank. And she manages to get the amuck out, she purifies it, and then Catwalker fortunately managed to find the cat and brings him back to the kid. And Ladybug at that point has realized, yeah, this isn't going to work. Catwalker is perfect, he's great, he's a great guy, but this is not going to work because I can't focus with him around. I need my Cat Noir back. And he agrees that, you know, Cat Noir was better for her. So he goes and he's like, okay, yeah, I'll give the Miraculous back to Plague and he'll take it back to Cat Noir. Everything will be good. And she's like, okay, yep. And he goes back home and basically just keeps the Miraculous for himself. And that's pretty much where the episode ends. Normally I do go back and do a second viewing before doing the whole review and everything. But I feel like I actually got it all this time around. I think it's probably because this is an Adrian-centered episode. It's like, I was paying attention. You guys know I love my boy! I love my boy! And I hope you guys enjoy this review as much as I enjoyed watching the episode. And be sure to click the link down below to see the full version of this picture that you've just seen me working on. And if you guys enjoy this video, then be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos from me. We do all sorts of fun stuff on this channel, including playing video games, we do art, and I'll sometimes talk about cartoons and anime. So if you enjoy this stuff, then be sure to ring that bell icon and never miss a video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I hope you all have a very magical day.